Hey, girl. Hey. And dear listeners, we would like to apologize for not giving you a new episode in several weeks.
Yeah, we're sorry, guys. We've had so many life things come up. It's just been wild.
I myself was in Bristol, Pennsylvania, followed by San Diego, California, followed by Bristol, Pennsylvania.
So much torture.
And I have to go back to San Diego, California in the middle of July. So, Maim, just keep that in mind. The week of January 18th, I am not carrying my podcast computer with me. It is so heavy. Like this,
Lord.
It's an old Alienware gaming computer. So carrying that shit through the TSA with my other computer is like.
Do they think you're a German terrorist?
No, they always smile at me through.
I mean, of course they do.
Of course they do.
You.
It's me, and I'm nice to everyone. I say thank you, and oh God, what? I'm nice to them. I'm not nice to you, but I'm nice to them.
I love that you're nice to somebody.
Well, they have a very difficult job, full of very difficult people.
I know they got to check all those shoes.
They don't do that all the time anymore.
Really? You don't have to take your shoes off?
No, not all the time.
What?
They've got new scanners that do that for you. Yeah.
Oh, like foot scanners.
When's the last time you remember a few of those at Flex? When's the last time you flew?
I hate you. Right let's see. So the last time I flew would have been about 6 years ago, 5 years ago.
Are you a nervous flyer?
No.
Oh.
Just
nervous and everything else. I just didn't know about flying.
So wait, maybe I am a nervous flyer.
Okay.
Actually.
Okay.
Now that you said it like that, I'm like, maybe I was a nervous flyer. I'm not like hyperventilation nervous.
Yeah.
But I do like immediately put on music, immediately close my eyes, immediately just try to zone out. Because I am one of those people that I've not gotten to the panic level, but I do have those irrational fears about the plane falling out of the sky.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know what? Actually, I am.
You know what? Next time you fly, just remember a couple of things. Number one, as soon as you get up there, it's really hard to bring it back down. Yeah. Like, it takes so much effort to bring it back down. Okay. Yeah. Number two, whenever you hit turbulence and it feels like you're bumping up and down, you're only moving 5 feet.
Oh.
You can survive that fall.
I mean, theoretically, that's true.
Yes.
But I saw a movie where I'm joking.
Flight Plan?
I actually don't watch a lot of plane crash movies, actually, because remember, it took me forever to get past my my fear of cruise ships from back when we were kids and the Titanic was a thing. I actually had an innate fear about drowning.
So there's a difference between cruise ships and airplanes. Cruise ships, justifiable fear. You know why? It's not because of sinking. We learned, if you didn't know before, during COVID, if one person gets sick on a cruise ship, everybody gets sick on a cruise ship.
Everybody gets sick. Yeah, no, it's true.
Airplanes, the air is filtered so much in there. Like, you can watch the videos and all the HEPA filters and everything. It's fairly safe. Like, whenever I'm up in the air, I take off my mask now.
So when I
unmasked boots down the house.
I've never shared this with you before.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready. With me and the dear listeners.
So
hush up, Irene. Hush up.
So you
hush
remember,
up, hush up.
So you remember Lake Norman, right? Like
Of course I remember Lake Norman.
Okay. So dear listeners, Lake Norman is a man-made lake in the county that we grew up in, and for those of us not like Mims, whose family was fortunate enough to have a pool, many of us used to go to Lake Norman for vacations. Well,
for vacations?
More like staycations, right? Like if you're gonna
like I went for a day on the lake too.
Sure. So being a lake kid, my dad bought me one of those like inflatable kind of like boats, right?
Yeah.
And I used to ridiculous. I used to strategize how if I was in a cruise ship, how I could take the boat with me so that if the theoretical cruise ship started to sink, I would have enough time to inflate the little boat. That's how much the Titanic messed with my brain as a kid.
Well, if you want to know something that'll fuck you up for man-made lakes in North Carolina,
girl,
some of them have that brain-eating amoeba in them. So if it gets too hot, I
mean, I could already tell that by the voting map. So
ooh, Mecklenburg County is in fact Democrat.
Yeah, that's one county. Right?
That's where the majority of Lake Norman is.
My skin is all brown, but occasionally I get a white head. So, it's like there's an anomaly.
Why you gotta call your husband out like that?
Oh, Lord.
So has Beyonce ruled your soul for the past couple days?
Girl. I am unashamed. I am unashamed at saying that I have listened to that song way too many times. In addition to Robin S. Show Me Love, because that's, that.
Yeah. That's I immediately after doing that was like, oh, let me listen to Show Me Love. And so I just been listening to Show Me Love. I'm not gonna.
Here's what's kooky though, right? So, so I was reading about it, right? And what's crazy is that they don't actually sample Show Me Love. Like, there's not an actual sample of Show Me Love. But Robin S. is now trending because everybody on Twitter is saying that Beyonce sampled Show Me Love. So I foresee there's going to be some issues with this song. But the reason that it sounds like Show Me Love is because the people that wrote Show Me Love wrote this song as well.
Okay.
So I actually watched an interview with Robin S. today, and all of her like 60-year-old self in a car with her earbuds on, talking to the BBC News. I was like, look at Auntie Robin up in here, like giving her a little interview, talk about, I just have a message for Beyonce and Jay-Z, and like she basically like, we need to collab, and it's just like, girl.
I mean, she came to Legends, I guess, 20 years ago now.
Well, the thing is that I can, if we had to think about a point at which, because I don't know if you've listened to it or not, I don't know if you're a fan or not, but Drake has also done a 90s house-inspired album.
I find Drake very boring.
I mean, I'm not into Drake, but I think what happened was, and I don't know if you ever saw this or not, but during the BET Awards or some award show, maybe like 3 years ago, they had Robin S., Crystal Waters, and I think Martha Wash. They did like a live.
Martha Wash is still alive.
Yeah, girl.
Okay.
But they basically did like a tribute, because black people have not always wanted to acknowledge the fact that, oh yeah, we actually created a whole music form.
Yeah.
Right, but the gays took it, so we don't want to claim it now. But anyway, so the BET basically tried to like, in their own kind of way, rectify it, and so they had them all do this like medley of songs. And so after they did the medley of songs, I'm pretty certain that some people were like, you know what? Maybe we should actually start like diving back into this music again. And I think this is probably like the first little inklings that we're going to get that this might actually be a thing.
Or Beyonce was like, hey guys, happy Pride, girls.
Girl, when I started listening to those lyrics, I was like, you knew what you were doing.
And Drake's Canadian.
Right. You knew what you were doing, Beyonce. You knew. You put that song
knows.
out. You put
Beyonce knows.
That album ain't even supposed to come out till end of July. You don't put this single out the last week in June. You know what you're doing,
it ain't
girl.
There's still one more week.
In June?
There's next week.
What's today?
The 22nd, girl. It's
Lord
only 22nd.
Mercy.
Yeah,
this has been the longest month of my life.
Not the first month of COVID, dear listeners. It has been this month.
This has been the longest month of my life. That's the third time I've messed up dates today.
Well, girl, now you just need to start traveling. I think we've decided that you need to start getting on aeroplanes and flying places.
I know.
I mean,
my husband's actually getting on an aeroplane tomorrow.
Where's he going?
He's going to his college reunion.
In what city?
Kentucky.
Oh. Louisville?
I think so. I can't remember which city in Kentucky his college is in. I can't remember.
There's like a city. Dear listeners, I kid. Louisville's just the only one that comes to mind right now.
I think it's Louisville because he grew up outside of Elizabethtown, and I think he went to college in Louisville, or just outside.
Did he go to UK or did he go to Louisville?
He went to Asbury College.
Well, let's Google where that is right now. You could have just done that this entire time.
I didn't know that this topic was going to come up.
College in Wilmore, Kentucky.
Okay.
Girl, I didn't
know this topic was going to come.
Well, it did. It's at 1 Macklemore Lane.
Macklemore, like the rapper?
No, it's 1 Mackle something. It is outside of Lexington, girl. Lexington, Kentucky.
Oh, okay. So the other L, Kentucky.
Yes.
Got
it. Just north of Daniel Boone National Forest.
Ooh, that's fancy, right? Wasn't there? That was like a Disney Channel thing when we were kids, right? They had like a Daniel Boone.
Girl, we got a sea named after him.
Black and white. Wait, that's who Boone's named after? I had no idea.
Yes.
I honestly didn't. I didn't put those two things together.
Yes. We have a Daniel Boone Park in Salisbury that's pretty big too.
Girl, I ain't never been to no park in Salisbury.
Why not? Why not? The races ain't there anymore.
The races are everywhere, girl.
That is true. Well, we got another couple minutes.
Speaking of races, we have a Patreon.
I'm not going to do that. But speaking about our Patreon, we do have a Patreon. Dear listener.
It was a terrible segue. I couldn't think of another kind of segue.
I know. We'd come to an end and we're starting a new beginning. And speaking of starting a new beginning, we have a Patreon. Dear listeners, if you go to patreon.com/Mims and Maim, you can throw us some money. We have a new patron. I don't remember if we mentioned her before. Elizabeth Johnson, thank you. I got your message. We are going to work on that over the time.
Oh, she picked something?
She picked something. My dog is losing her mind right now.
Irene's excited because she picked something.
She did pick something. I'll discuss that with you later.
My cat is also excited. She just started meowing.
Oh my God. Dear listeners, we also have another podcasting. That's the other part of this mess. We have, oh God, what are we doing today? We're doing You Slay Me Day. We have Baking Sugar, our Designing Women podcast, dear listeners. If you go online and just start hitting buttons and they kind of resemble baking sugar into the Google machine, or Bing, if you use Bing. Hell, ask Jeeves about it.
I used to love Jeeves.
I did too. You can find us and maybe we'll be there.
I love that there was a search engine based on a character from a book series from like 80 years ago.
Yes.
And they were like, this is what the internet needs.
It did, didn't it?
I loved it because remember they used to have the cute little butler there when you go to the homepage. Oh, yeah. It was so great. I mean, I'm still a Wodehouse fan to this day. Like I will sit down with a good Wodehouse anytime. Wow, that sounded almost like Roadhouse.
Well, you know that what's his doodle? Oh my God, his name escaped me.
Okay.
Jeeves.
Stephen Fry.
Stephen Fry also supports Norwich City, which happens to be my soccer team.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you're into that.
Girl, it's not like fisting. It's just American. It's just British soccer.
I know.
But
isn't it like fisting, kind of?
No, not at all. There is no lard or Crisco involved?
Cleats on the pitch, like
cleats on the what? What does that even mean?
I don't know. I was just trying to...
We have a friend or two that's into that. I don't know if you know that or not, but we have a friend or two.
Which part? The fisting part or the cleats on the pitch? Oh. Dear listeners, I'm not even going to say what he's saying because I'm going to leave it up to your imagination.
Oh, goodness. This is season 1, episode 21, Armed Response. Let me make a note of where we are in this mess. There we are. Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh. God. So we're at an airport.
Generic airport.
And there's a man asking for a signature. We don't know much about this man yet.
I don't know much, but I know I love you.
That may be all I need is to know. Sometimes that song goes through my head. I don't know.
I
do. Was it in one of those infomercials or something?
Yes.
Okay. Who sang it? Was that Peebo Bryson?
It's Aaron Neville and Linda Ronstadt.
Yes, it is. Yes. I don't know much. Just that much.
I love you.
Oh, God. Sail away, sail away, sail away.
Secret lovers, yeah, that's what.
Girl, I'd moved on to Pure Moods. That's where I was going. Sad.
Remember that was on the. Oh, the 90s.
Oh, yes.
Nobody has any clue unless you live through that.
Sail away.
Unless you live through that very weird period of time, like infomercials.
Girl, I had Pure Moods 1, 2, and 3. What are you talking about?
I have a younger friend, and I was telling her, I was like, yeah. I said, I wish you had been around when Gregorian muck chants were on the radio. And she was like, I'm sorry, what? And it sounded crazy coming out of my mouth. I was like, no, that really happened.
Oh, God.
What was wrong with us in that decade?
I don't know.
That's the same decade.
Have you watched, and I know the answer is probably, well, maybe this, because it's nothing I've ever asked you if you watched before.
Yes.
Have you watched the new Rescue Rangers movie?
The what?
The new Rescue Rangers movie.
I didn't know there was a Rescue
Rangers. Rescue Rangers.
Is it like a
comedy? It makes fun of all of it.
But it's like animated?
Chip and Dale are.
Wait, it's like it's one of those kind of movies.
Yeah. Oh my God, we're barking again. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoy it. It's John Mulaney as Chip, and which I know he's problematic. He's problematic, but
everybody's problematic. Dear listeners, I enjoy doing this podcast with Mims. However, in light of recent information that just came to my knowledge, I may have to sign out right now to go watch the Rescue Rangers movie.
Let me just tell you, girl. Very early on, no, I won't ruin it for you. I won't ruin it for you. It's good. I mean, it's funny. It spoke to my soul. How's that?
You have a soul.
I do.
Aw. Is it a holy soul?
I don't even know what that means. So now we're at the airport. And Jessica's there. And Cowboy Milton Porter shows up.
Gosh, that guy.
Jesse, you're gonna testify on Mr. Pendecott's trial. Oh no, Maim. Oh no. There's a little child.
Oh,
little child.
No, don't get around the old woman. Don't get around the old woman.
Little child, slow down.
No.
Well, he hits Jess and she falls to the ground, and apparently her ankle is very hurt.
I've fallen and I can't get up, but in a majestic way.
Do you remember how that old lady in that commercial changed?
Yes.
I never want to ask why, because I think we all knew. Anyway.
Speaking of old ladies, I'd love to give a momentary shout out to Angela Lansbury for getting her Lifetime Achievement Award at the Tonys Awards.
Did she show?
She did not. And for her she also got a second Lifetime Achievement Award for like the American Film Institute. Like,
did she show?
I think she did show to that one, but not to the Tonys. But she is a very old woman. But, yes. Shout out Angela Lansbury.
She was old here. Like, she was in her. I mean, she wasn't that old, but she was in her 60s here.
Yeah, no, I think she's in like her 90s now. If I'm not mistaken.
That'd be about 90s or nearly 100, probably.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh, she's gonna be our next person, right? We're all gonna like light candles and pray to the Golden Girls gods that they'll preserve at least Angela Lansbury to 100.
That may just be us.
Oh. No,
and our dear listeners.
Exactly.
And our dear listeners.
Right? That's a lot of prayers going up.
Between 15 and 25, maybe 50. I don't know how many of you there are.
So
follow us on Twitter.
Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter.
Hey, you slay me pod. Anyway, we find out Mr. Pendicott is what we like to call a John Edwards ambulance chaser.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about him.
Dear listeners, former vice presidential candidate John Edwards was a senator from North Carolina who you may or may not know was sleeping around on his cancer-ridden wife. You know, she knew about it. All that to be said, he always came off as such an upstanding young gentleman.
So upstanding.
Except when you look at his past, and he was, in fact, an ambulance chaser.
Sir, I think you need to get out the way of the ambulance. We're trying to get this to the hospital, sir. No, you cannot get on board, sir.
You know what I wish they'd bring back?
Matlock.
Dragnet.
Oh. Based on our exchange, I definitely thought you were going to say Matlock.
Who's going to play Matlock? Me?
Oh my gosh, you could, okay. Hear me out. Hear me out. Let's pitch to HBO, right? Okay. A reboot of Matlock starring a aging drag queen, right? That was like Matlock's nephew or something like that. Right? And she is solving cases by day and breaking heels by night, right? Like something like that.
Fat.
Right? And then, right, as the show starts progressing, we realize that it's not just Matlock. It's like a Matlock Perry Mason hybrid, but not like 60s Perry Mason, like 80s Perry Mason, right? And you can then throw in a little bit of Orson Welles on top of that. You know, I just feel like there's something there.
Can I just be Ironside and be in a wheelchair the entire time?
If you like, but you got to remember, you got to still wear the heels, right?
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. What about Columbo so I can wear a trench coat?
I'm going to be Columbo. Don't steal my thunder. I'm going to be Columbo.
Fine, I'll be Kojak.
Who loves you, baby? Oh, man, we should do Kojak. Sorry, dear listeners. Murder, She Wrote is not the only mystery that I'm obsessed with. I'm obsessed with most of them, and I am currently rewatching all of Columbo, which, by the way, I forgot to tell you this the other day. Do you know that there was a Columbo movie that preceded the TV show?
I do not.
It's on Peacock.
Was Peter Falk the...
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Young Peter Falk.
Okay.
It's young Peter Falk. It takes place almost maybe 6 years prior.
Okay.
So it's still very 60s mid-century modern stylized before the 70s. I was impressed.
So we're at the hospital.
Hey, hospital.
And Jess gets put in a walking cast.
Oh.
Dr. Sam puts her in the cast.
Oh, hello, Dr. Sam. How are you?
So the nurse comes in, and the nurse wants to speak to Dr. Sam about Barney Ogden.
Oh,
such a good name. Such a good name. So, Dr. Allison from Chicago is the one who is helping.
Hi, doctor.
Put on the cast. Yes.
What a nice gentleman you are, helping this old lady.
Yeah, you doing? I'm Dr. Allison. I'm kind of stern and angry, but I'm kind of sexy too.
My, what a deep voice you have.
I know, right? You may know me as a Cobra Kai.
Oh, so you do the karate.
I do the karate all over your face.
Oh, see, that's where the story should have gone. Oh man, could you imagine?
Ding, 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 ding.
That's it, right? If you had this could have preceded the Karate Kid, right? Except it would have been the karate old lady, right? And you could have had.
Speaking of eating up scenery, we meet the crazy old lady, Ms. Weber.
Oh, I love that woman so much.
She is.
What's her name? Kay Bailey or something like that?
I don't know.
She was a big
Ann
character
Richards.
actress back then. She is basically Ann Richards. Yes.
Yes.
But
what?
Chewing on that scenery like it's jerky. Uh-oh, you look lost.
I cannot read my writing. I cannot read my Lily Flapjaw Bernie. It's like something she said, but I can't read it. Like what happened to her. And it's Lily Flapjaw Benny Devon. I don't know what this is. Dear listeners, if you know Lily Flapjaw or Benny Devon are, I believe their headlights are on. So you could please.
Dear listeners, I apologize. I think Mims has had a stroke. So I apologize in advance. Put something in your teeth.
Oh, God. So Dr. Sam refuses the test for Mr. Ogden.
Aww.
And we find out that Dr. Ellis will be at brunch on Sunday.
Oh, is it a drag brunch?
I don't believe so.
Darn it.
I know.
Darn it.
So, we're still at the hospital. Wait. At the party at the hospital? Am I missing a page here?
What? There was a party.
There was a party. Am I missing a... Girl.
I don't think so.
Okay, I think. Hold on, because there's a party at the hospital. Dr. Kenyon.
Because the guy leaves early.
Yeah, Dr. Sam refuses tests. Dr. Ellis will brunch on Sunday. No, yeah, I missed a page.
Yeah, where they're at the party.
Go to the party. Hold on, Benny Ogden, Dr. Allison. Oh, I just didn't scroll the hell down.
Oh,
let's go in reverse. All right, we're here now. We meet Ms. Horton, the nurse. She heard a who. And we find out that this hospital does not take insurance. It's only for rich people.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
And now we meet Dr. Kenyon, the other doctor.
Wow, there's a lot of... I feel like, does everybody have a cold today? Seems like there's a lot more gruff
Dr.
voices.
There's Dr. Ellis and Dr. Kenyon. And let me just tell you, Dr. Ellis is hot. Like, does he not do it for you?
I think that I'm not into her. When I say
Her.
her, yeah, her. When I say her, I'm not into her type of like. She's too edgy for me, right? Like it's just too edgy. He looks too. I know that
I've
there are
seen your
some.
husband's hair.
I know that there are some people that like guys that look like they'll beat them up, like, but I don't like you. Um, but yeah, it's something about that particular. I think it might just be like residual like trauma from Karate Kid movie that I just
Oh.
like when
So
I saw
girl,
him.
girl,
What?
my husband sometimes when we're watching soccer, I know you were joking about before, but something like Eastern European players that look like they would do a gay bashing, I find them very attractive. And he's like, they look like they would beat me and not in a nice way.
But some
And
of
I'm
those, I
like,
mean, some of those Eastern European guys, just in general, like their faces are just like when I
stern.
yeah, like when I went to Prague, right? Even at the gay
Hold
bar.
on, hold on. When I went to Prague,
Shut up. The one time I traveled outside of the country,
you could have left
like
outside the country off that
even the gay bar, like at the gay bar, they
at the
look
game.
like that. So it's like,
Yeah, yeah.
it's
It's
just
called genetics.
yes, hey genetics. Ooh, I love Jeanette. Oh, I know genetic. I know Genetica. I know genetic sister
It took you a
Genetica.
minute, didn't it? It
I
took you a
don't
minute
like
to
you.
get to that, didn't it? It did. It did. It wasn't
I
a funny
hate you.
joke, but
I thought it was funny. I hate you.
well, we meet Jenny, spelled Jenne, Wells. The only reason I know it's spelled that way is I saw it on her name tag, and I was like,
Oh.
really, my God, Jenne, Jenny.
I didn't even catch that.
Yeah, Jedi. So we made Jedi Wells.
Hmm.
That's the younger nurse. That's the younger nurse. Um, Dr. Kenyon was invited to a party,
Oh, hey,
but
Dr. Kenyon.
Jenny was not. And we find out that there's a competition between the doctors because Dr. Sam is looking for a replacement.
Oh.
Now, where we should be.
The party.
Yes, yes. Um, Lily Flap, John Benny. I don't know what that means. Yes, we're at the party. It's very nice. Dr. Sam is hosting the party.
Mm-hmm.
He gets a phone call. He refuses Ogden's tests.
Oh, jeez.
And we find out that Dr. Kenyon is talking to Dr. Sam.
Mm.
And we find out that Dr. Ellis will be at brunch on Sunday.
Whoa.
I know. The plot thickens.
Kind of. It's still a little soupy.
Just keep on adding cornstarch, girl. Eventually it'll get there.
I mean, I'm not going to say that's wrong. It's right.
Oh, God. I was watching one of those Worst Cooks in America things.
Okay.
And, oh, God, it was a rapper. I don't remember which one. It was an 80s rapper or 90s rapper. And, like, he was, it was probably, Flava Flav, because he did that kind of stuff, you know.
Flavor Flav.
Shea Coulee's best performance ever.
Ever. Still not been topped.
I mean, I don't know her personal life.
Lord.
Anyway, but he was making a soup and just kept on adding cornstarch to it and just kept on adding. The chef's like, oh my God, that's going to be so horrible. He's like, it just won't thicken. More cornstarch, more cornstarch. Girl, he went through like half a thing of cornstarch. Tasted fine, though.
Oh, no. I mean, cornstarch. I mean, I can't use cornstarch because of my allergy, so I have to use the right rice starch, but,
Oh, that stuff's weak.
Oh, it's not that bad.
Just use Fleur.
No, I like the consistency that the starches bring.
But a nice roux is always delicious.
No, I love
Like McClanahan.
But not for everything.
What?
Like I like it not for like something that I want like stew quality. Like I want it.
You don't use a roux in stew?
Not always. No.
Oh, I usually do. do.
Yeah.
I do.
Don't look at me judgy like that.
I'm not looking judgy. I'm wondering why we got on this path, and I'm trying to get us back.
I'm just gonna stop talking.
Don't stop talking. Don't, please, Maim. Did you ever know that you're my hero?
You're everything I would like to be.
And I can fly higher than an eagle. You are the wind beneath my wings. Fly. Okay.
Wow, those notes you're hitting. Those are
I think I have some halls right here. I need to take when I do a pause.
Some interesting notes you were hitting there for a second.
Were any of them good?
Think of an eighth of one.
An eighth of an eighth note was. Anyway. So we're back at the hospital, and JB meets Mr. Ogden. Now, let me also say, she is getting around this hospital in a cast and, like, in a boot and, like...
Yes.
Yeah.
She's getting it.
You move him. So, JB finds out that Kenyon and Ogden are fighting. Like, she hears them fighting a lot.
Oh, no.
And they go into an office together to fight. Then there's a phone call, girl. There's a phone call at the hospital. It's security services. Wait, I've screwed this up again. My God.
Jesus, Lord have mercy.
Security services hear an alarm. There we go. Dear listeners, I apologize. I watched this in San Diego and did this in San Diego, and that's been a week ago. So I'm trying, y'all. And I only watched it once because I let my peacock keep on going by accident, and it was 2 episodes ahead. So I've watched the next one and the next one once already. So that'll be easy. But this, I'm sorry, dear listeners.
Oh my gosh. Not your peacock.
My peacock. My poor peacock. It just keeps on going sometimes after I'm done.
Keeps on going, girl. It keeps on going.
Anyway, security services get a call because there's something happening at Dr. Sam's place.
Oh.
So they send a cop over.
Oh.
He's dead.
Oh. I guess we should have seen that coming.
Yup. So now it's the next morning at the hospital.
Oh.
And Jess is getting breakfast because Dr. Sam's #1 rule is rich people won't be pampered.
Oh, okay. I've heard that before, actually.
Yes. So why aren't you pampering me?
I didn't know you were rich. I'm sorry. Give me a minute. I need to go change some things now because apparently now that you're rich.
I'm not.
Oh, darn it.
I'm middle class.
Oh, well, I mean.
But I'm still white.
Oh, that's true. Give me a minute, master. Let me go. I'll boil some water for you. Right? That's right.
Too much.
Dear listeners, just FYI, I am a person of color, so that was. I just realized that if they don't know us that well, you're gonna be like, wait. I'm like, no, I am a person of color.
Too much. Made me uncomfortable there.
Did that make you uncomfortable?
Not really, but I'll pretend like it did.
Did that make you uncomfortable?
That voice does. So,
it made me uncomfortable.
Ogden comes up to JB and apologizes.
Aw.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ogden.
And then Dr. Kenyon appears. Dr. Sam was murdered.
Did somebody say that? Who was that?
It was Dr. Kenyon. He said Dr. Sam was murdered.
Oh, man. Well, that's going to be kind of difficult now.
Nurse Horton runs.
I enjoy her.
I do too.
Like she's a hoot, actually.
So in JB's room, we meet Lieutenant Jenkins, homicide. Did I not do it correctly? Hold on, let me try again. Lieutenant Jenkins, homicide.
Oh, Lieutenant, I'm so glad you're here.
Here we go.
I'm so glad you're here, Lieutenant.
He asks for help from JB.
Oh. Wait.
It's because Dr. Sam was sitting when he was shot, and then he was found in a pool.
Interesting. Very interesting, actually.
Yes. Jenkins thinks he was taken from the area and moved into the pool.
Oh, this is definitely not good. This seems quite suspicious.
We also find out that Jenkins is from a Poe area town.
I know. He keeps referencing it.
I'm just a small town cop from a really poor area of town.
I don't even know why I'm here.
We don't either, Mr. Jenkins. We don't either.
I think we don't either, but also in addition to that, the fact that we don't know that on top of the fact that he immediately asked Jessica for help. I'm like, that probably shouldn't be the first thing out of your mouth. Like,
so JB goes to the doctor's house.
Mm-hmm.
We find out that at 11:06 the call was made. At 11:15 the police got there.
Yep.
And Dr. Sam's keys were not in his pocket.
What?
So now we're back at the hospital. Hello, JB. It's me, Dr. Kenyon.
Oh wow! Hi, Dr. Kenyon. You got something in your throat? I think you got a frog in your throat.
Dr. Sam is very cold and distant to all of us, and Dr. Ellison keeps a gun in his car.
Oh, that's actually really good for us to know about.
Yeah, it is. You better write that shit down.
Yeah, that seems suspicious, doesn't it? I mean,
suspicious. How does Suspicious Eyes go? Damn it, I lost that song. In my door. No, that's Temptations Eyes. Sorry. What? Temptations Eyes?
No, it's like I was like, where is he going with this one?
My door. Sorry, I thought it was Suspicious Eyes. I'm Rain. Yes, my husband is home. My husband is home. My husband is home. Girl, I bought a moon pod.
Yes.
Do you know what a moon pod is?
You talked about it on our other podcast.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't really get too much into it, though.
Dear listeners, it's a huge beanbag. I bought the moon pod ottoman and the moon pod little hugger thing. And when you sit in it, it's like you're floating in a beanbag. But it's great.
I mean, that's the one that we talked about that I was like, it's like the giant dog bed, right?
Yes. Okay. It's like a giant dog bed. Yes,
all
ma'am.
Right.
But do you like beanbags?
I've not sat in a beanbag in a very long time.
I know. You know what? I wish I had. Do you remember the old black and white chair that I have at my mom's house?
Yes.
That horribly ugly thing.
Yes.
I wonder if it's still as comfortable as it used to be at our age.
Probably not.
Probably not, but it was so comfortable.
I mean, that's because we used to have proper back muscles back then. So everything was comfortable. Remember, sports and exercising wasn't even uncomfortable to us back then. Those were the days.
Put that in your fucking wagnall. Anyway.
I think we're old enough now to use that reference, I think.
I think so, yes.
Oh, wow.
God. So, JB goes a-wandering, and she did find,
Well, I go wandering after midnight.
She finds Barney Ogden.
Well, hi, Barney.
He had a visitor.
Oh.
but he's also very lonely. The visitor was like his nephew or his son who just wants his money, right?
Of course, because that's all that young people want out of older adults.
Oh no, there's a kerfuffle.
Not a kerfuffle.
The police are taking away Nurse Jenny.
Oh no. I didn't peg her as being the person that did the murder.
She snuck out at 11.
Jenny. Oh, Jenny.
Jenny. Who should I turn
I knew it was coming. I was like, he's totally gonna do it. He's totally gonna do it. I'm not mad that you did it, but I was like, he's totally gonna do it.
So now we're at Nurse Porter's office.
Oh, geez, Nurse Porter.
Oh no, not Nurse Porter. We're at. Porter's the attorney's office, and JB's like, "I want you to save Jenny Wells.
Yes.
Otherwise, I'm not going to testify."
Jessica makes a lot of demands on this episode.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I mean, she's J.B. Fletcher. A Thor. Ooh, that was tofu.
Ew.
What? You don't like tofu?
I'm allergic to it, remember?
Oh, you are? That's right. Oh, you can't have any of those things, can you? How do you live your life?
It's a sad life.
Lots of chicken, lots of. Are you allergic to nuts?
Strangely enough, I'm sure joke intended. Strangely enough, that's like the one common allergy thing that I'm not actually allergic to.
Okay, good.
Yeah, but just corn and soy and bananas.
And bananas?
I'm allergic to bananas.
Oh goodness. Can you eat banana flavoring?
No.
Okay, because amyl nitrate's not usually in modern bananas. I didn't know if you could eat that.
Oh, you mean like fake banana flavoring?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know. I don't even try.
Okay, because the Cavendish banana, which we have, doesn't have any of that in it. Amyl nitrate is what bananas used to taste like.
Wait, amyl nitrate like poppers?
No, it's not. Hold on here. What is it's amyl nitrate's poppers? You're right. Hold on here. What is banana flavoring?
It's like, wait a minute, what? I've been lied to my whole life. That's why everybody's eating bananas so much.
Lord have mercy. Isoamyl acetate.
Okay,
sorry.
Gotcha.
Isoamyl acetate.
Okay. I mean, you are a chemist, so you have a lot of chemical.
I've just smelled
in
a
your
lot
brain,
of chemicals.
Okay.
Isoamyl acetate is what bananas used to taste like. So banana Laffy Taffy is what bananas legit used to taste like before that went extinct.
Interesting.
Yeah, there was a fungus that killed them all.
Wait, what? Hold on. What?
Yeah, fungus killed all of those bananas and were replaced by the Cavendish banana.
That's wild.
Yeah. Oh, we won't have oranges for too much longer either. That's something that's not very much talked about. But yeah, there's a fungus going through like navel oranges. It's going to kill them all in about 50 years.
What?
Yeah.
Why aren't these things covered more often?
Oh, and the Cavendish banana's not going to survive too much longer either.
So what bananas will we have left?
They're trying to find a replacement.
Oh, wow.
Like plantains and those kind of things are fine, but they're trying to find one that is sweet that they can ship. Like a lot of the like Indian bananas and Asian bananas are too soft skinned to ship, so they can eat them there, but they can't send them here.
Oh, good. Well, I mean, I'm glad about the plantains because I think that South Florida would collapse. The entire economy would collapse if plantains
And did you know that North Carolina and Virginia saved wine? Here's a little fact.
No.
Yeah, there was a root rot that was going through France, and so they had to cut off some muscadine roots and put them on some French vines, and now every single one of the vines in France has a muscadine root on it.
What?
Yes, ma'am.
That's
yes, ma'am.
crazy.
Yep.
You've dropped more knowledge today than I think you've ever dropped in a conversation with us.
Kabloom.
Yeah. No, my
I mean, you
brain
can
actually
fact check
hurt
me. Maybe I'm wrong about some of it, but I'm 99.999% sure about most of it.
No, I like it. No, my brain actually hurts from all the things you just said to me.
Good. Let's keep on with this episode so it can hurt some more.
Yes.
So, we find out that Jenny arrived at the house at 11:10.
Okay.
Mr. Porter refuses to help her.
Oh.
Well, but JB's like, well, I'm going to stay in the hospital and investigate a little bit more, yo.
All right, Jess. That sounds good.
So, Mr. Jenkins, Lieutenant Jenkins, releases Jenny because it'd be nearly impossible for her to, like, do all this in that short amount of time. Mm-hmm. And JB goes to the murder scene.
Oh, man. Be careful, Jessica.
I know. Let me hit the down button.
What?
JB overhears Porter had some oil rights contracts.
Oh.
Yeah.
The oil rights.
So Dr. Ellison and Dr. Kenyon show up, and they're going to run the hospital jointly. We found that out now.
Oh, wow. That's going to be awkward.
So, in Jenkins' car, we find out that Dr. Sam left a message that had instructions for the nurses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is very disjointed.
No, this episode it's a lot, yes.
Miss Horton, yeah. Miss Horton handed over the instruction. So it's recorded every evening, and Miss Horton heard the instructions.
Okay? Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. All right.
Mm-hmm. And in the instructions, it says Nurse Wells is becoming a problem. Find a reason to get rid of her.
Oh, boy.
Yep.
Nurse Wells, you got to be careful. Somebody's already died once, so.
Yup.
Our feigning concern. Oh my gosh, protect Nurse Wells at all costs. What?
So now we're at Sam's, Dr. Sam's.
Hello, Dr. Sam.
And he was like, Jenkins, like he was walking when he got shot. But the tape contradicts that.
Oh.
And JB's like, the murder had to have happened inside.
Oh, the plot thickens.
Yeah. Well, now we're at the neighbor's house, and there's another woman who's just eating up scenery.
All of these character actresses. It's the best thing ever.
I know that. Where do you keep that little camera? I know you could put that on a flea's wing now. I just know that there's a camera somewhere, and you're just recording. Yeah, I only heard only one shot, and I keep the TV that loud, too. Yeah, I only heard that one shot. What you talk about? Oh, yeah, where's the camera? Is it there?
I'm telling you, we missed our calling in life.
Which was?
to be extras on Murder, She Wrote. We missed our calling. We could have this, this could have been amazing.
Well,
right?
girl, when they bring back Murder, She Wrote with
Helen Mirren?
Too old. Think late 50s, early 60s. Maybe British. Doesn't necessarily have to be British.
I guess.
What about what's her doodle? She's in everything. She's won Emmys.
Christine Baranski.
No, British. Oh my God. Well, she's American British. Oh my God, she just played Margaret Thatcher. Got an Emmy for that.
Oh, Gillian Anderson.
There we go.
Gillian Anderson. I saw her name physically in my vision first, and like read it, and before I realized what I was saying.
That was Gillian.
I thought it was. Is it Gillian Anderson?
It's Jillian, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Gillian, Jillian.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Jillian. You not Gillian, Jillian.
Okay, so I was right. Yay!
You were right. Yeah, that's what I was like. I thought you were making fun of her with Gillian.
No, I just yeah. So good. So that's very good.
Yeah,
I feel proud of myself.
Yeah, I mean that would be interesting, wouldn't it?
Oh, that'd be very interesting. I mean, the Perry Mason reboot is pretty amazing. I would love to see a remake of this one, because the thing is that not to like dwell on it too much, but when you watch the Perry Mason one, because there is no backstory, right? There's no backstory, so they're able to basically make its own mythology. And so now that we kind of joked about this now, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, wait, they could do it.
I know who I want it to be.
Who?
She's a little young. She's about 10 years too young.
Okay.
But I want it to be Martha Plimpton.
Oh, yeah.
That's a completely different show.
Well, if it's a prequel, right? If it's like an origin story.
Exactly.
Because, I mean, technically, if you think about Jessica, and you think about the fact that Jessica herself wrote this mystery, then you have to take a minute and say, wait, what inspired Jessica in the past to do this, right? So I think that's actually not that's not that far-fetched a thought process.
So we find out the woman could only hear one shot when he fired two, one inside, one outside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're so ridiculous.
What?
You're just like, yep. Yep.
So now we're back at the hospital.
We just can't get out of the hospital thing. It's just like there's...
JB talks to Nurse Horton. And Nurse Horton beefs Sam up. They had a very intimate relationship.
Oh, not an intimate relationship. Do you think it was coffee cake? I bet it was coffee cake.
I think it was the Sweet 16 donuts.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Something's wrong with us today.
I know. So the police have shown up with a warrant.
Oh.
There's a gun in Jenny's locker.
Oh.
So JB utters a great line. It was the gun used in the murder, right? And JB just looks at the policeman. He's like, well, who ever heard of framing someone with the wrong gun? Like,
and they're like, what?
Oh,
what was that, JB? Jessica?
Oh my. So we're back at the attorney's office.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, put pay for Jenny's bail. And he's like, I don't think I can do that. Dr. Kenyon walks in, and he agrees to pay for all the legal fees.
Oh, wow, Dr. Kenyon, that's really generous.
The hospital's going to pay for all the legal fees.
Wow. Thanks, Dr. Kenyon. That's super helpful.
Got my D wet every once in a while.
Oh, jeez.
That one came out thin air, didn't it, man?
That really did come out of thin air.
Happy Pride, girl. Happy Pride.
Yeah, I wasn't prepared for that one.
Did you get monkeypox this Pride?
I didn't. Finally.
I'm so proud of you.
Right?
Did you say finally?
Finally, something good happens to me. Because if anybody was going to get monkeypox, it would probably be me.
I mean, it's gonna be me. It's happening in the gay community. Great. First of all. Second of all, it can be spread through touch. Great. Like, all you gotta do is have somebody with one little boil and you touch it, you get it. That great?
Well, I think that's good for certain people, right? Like myself, because I don't like people. So.
But girl, you're a drag queen. They're going to throw their arm over you whether you like it or not.
They don't actually.
They don't?
No, not really.
Okay.
No, not really.
You must not be personable.
No, I'm quite personable. But the thing is that it's where I sit in the bar. Right? It's kind of like not standoffish, but it's like it's kind of off to the side a little bit. So that's why people don't necessarily touch me.
So we're back at the hospital. And Barry is finally happy with his crazy ass woman friend, and Jessica figures it out.
Jessica, what did you figure out?
Oh, the murder.
Oh, that. Okay, cool. Awesome.
So Jess calls Jenkins and starts yelling at him. They start fighting. They run into the admin office. And they continue fighting. They come around the other side. And it was a recording of them fighting.
Holy crap. That was
Kenyon and Ellison both did it.
Face crack.
Do you know what the reason, how they knew they did it? Carrot juice.
I'm sorry, what?
Because the doctor, Dr. Sam, prescribed Crazy Lady carrot juice.
Yes.
And Dr. Kenyon knew that before Nurse Horton, who heard a who, released it.
Wow. Jessica. That's
so Kenyon,
that's next level.
Kenyon killed him at the party. Then Ellison came in and moved the body and shot outside.
Of course he did, because he's the muscle. Of course.
Porter looks very impressed. The attorney looks very impressed. The next day, Jenny thanks her. And Porter shows up. And it's like, I got a couple new people I'm going to be representing. This case is settled. And Jess ends it by going, see ya in court. Well, Maim.
Yes.
I would like to say this is one of the more disjointed episodes.
Oh, definitely.
These next two are pretty disjointed. The last one is real good. These feel a little bit more. I've enjoyed it, but these feel a little bit more like throwaway episodes. TBH.
I guess I really like the next episode.
Oh, it's. Oh my God.
It's a hoot. I mean,
it's a hoot. It's not as good as the last episode. That last episode is phenomenal.
I think for me, this one I just enjoy. So I understand the purpose of the older people, right? I get it. I get what their contribution is to the plot of this.
Okay.
But Lord, right? That old dude, having to watch him just be miserable half of the episode, and then suddenly he's like, I'm playing cards. I'm like, it's like, dude, just go away, please.
Goodness.
But well, I get the point of them, so.
Girl, I get the point of old people too. Girl, we have been prattling on now for an hour and 3 minutes. Why don't you tell our dear listeners where they may or may not be able to find you?
Awesome. Okay, dear listeners. So if you look for me online,
well, say your name. Say your name. Say your name, bitch. Call me by your name.
Okay, so I'm your favorite relation, Auntie Maim. Your good auntie, your auntie with the candy in her bag. That's me. So if you want to find me online, you can find me at auntie_maim. That's MAIM. On Instagram and on the Facebooks. On Twitter, you can find me at Maim Ministry. In real life, if you are down in South Florida, you can find me performing at various places. I do improvised comedy at the Villain Theater in Miami. I host Amazing Colossal Karaoke, which is a karaoke and cabaret show in Miami Beach at a little dive bar called Killer Idol. And I host stand-up shows in the Fort Lauderdale area at a bar called Lit. And I do this podcast with my oldest and dearest best friend named The Divine Miss Mims. Speaking of The Divine Miss Mims, Where can they find you?
Hi, y'all. I'm the Divine Miss Mims. You can find me on Twitter at Divine Miss Mims. I have some things happening. I'll let you know when they happen. Hopefully they happen next week. It may be the week after. We'll see. I
hope so, considering you teased this a few days ago. And
I know, and you still don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing.
You know how much I hate that. You know how much I hate that.
That's why it's called a tease, girl. That's why it's called a tease.
I hate teasers.
Anyway, you can find this podcast on Twitter at YouSlayMePod. Hey, Maim.
Yes?
We have a Patreon.
You don't say.
You can throw us some money at www.patreon.com. Mims and Maim. Hey, Maim.
Yes?
We have another podcast.
Shut your mouth.
It's called Baking Sugar.
That sounds familiar.
You can just search for Baking Sugar anywhere. Go. Why don't you go to the Macy's website and just type in Baking Sugar and see what comes up?
It. I bet they have a specialized sugar that's probably like coconut sugar or cane sugar of some kind.
All right. Well, Maim, do you have anything else to add?
I mean,
just say goodnight, Maim.
Oh, sorry. Good night, Maim.
Bye, y'all.